Evening, it's Lucy here. I hope you're all okay. So it's not very often you see me behind the camera on the blog these days, and there's a reason for that, which is this. However, there's something I wanted to talk to you a little bit about today, which I'm hoping as parents you will get behind and help support. Just to point out, this is not a paid advert, it's just something that I feel really strongly about, and I hope that you guys will too. So in case you're not aware, September is Child Cancer Awareness Month, and it's all about raising awareness of children that are going through cancer and the families that are supporting them. So obviously as a parent there is no worse thought in life than your child having cancer, and since I've had my girls, the very thought of anything happening to them just makes me feel sick at the prospect. But what sometimes gets forgotten is it's not just the trauma of a child going through cancer, it's actually the financial burden that can result for families as they're going through their treatment. Things like travelling to and from appointments, parking, petrol, maybe having to cut their hours at work, maybe having to quit work altogether to support their child going through treatment. That gets forgotten because it's already such a traumatic experience that people don't appreciate necessarily just how hard it is for families financially as well to support that child with cancer. So Clic Sargent have launched a campaign this month that really needs our support, and it's called Cancer Costs. And I've got some facts here that will hopefully reinforce why it's so important to help support families with cancer. So the first one here is that children and young people facing cancer can travel an average of 60 miles to and from their appointments when they're having their treatment. Now, I'm lucky that I live in a major city, but not everyone does, and quite often your specialist cancer hospitals are quite a significant distance away, which means parents not only spend a lot of time going to and from the appointments, but they actually spend a lot of money in terms of fuel, car maintenance costs, that kind of thing, and it soon adds up. If you added up the cost of those commutes, it would cost an average of £180 a month, particularly when treatment is at its most intense. Now, I don't know about you, but I don't have a spare £180 a month to actually spend, and if I had to cut my job or cut my hours to support my child with cancer, that money, I don't know where I'd get it from, if I'm totally honest, and it's quite a hard thought that you might not have the cash to fund that journey if you need to. Parking, as we know, at hospitals costs an absolute fortune, and in England it was an average of an extra £44 a month in parking costs while their child was going through treatment, and again, that's a huge amount of money. Now, Clic Sargent support families all across the UK whose children are facing cancer, and if they all travelled to and from their appointments on the same day, they would travel 450,000 miles, and that's 18 times around the entire world. So as horrible as it is, and as horrible as we want to think about it never happening to us, clearly for some families that is their reality, and that's a lot of financial hardship for those families that are supporting their children while they're poorly. So what Clic Sargent are trying to do is rally for the government to create something called a Cancer Patient Travel Fund. And this is basically to help families with the costs associated with travelling to the hospital, parking, car maintenance, that kind of thing. All the financial costs are associated with having a young person with cancer. So this Young Cancer Patient Fund is being created by a petition. So what they've done is they've created a link to a petition here, which I'll put in the comments so you can go and have a little look, and it's asking parents to support the petition by signing up saying, I agree that the government should be creating a Young Cancer Patient Travel Fund, and popping your name and details below it. Now, you can opt out of future communications if you want to, so you haven't got to get communications from the charity if you do not want those, but it's just showing that you support Clic Sargent's campaign and that you think that families do need more support financially while their children are going through treatment. I personally think that this campaign is a great idea. I can't imagine how hard it is for families that are going through cancer treatment with their children, so I've signed it already. I've asked my friends and family to sign it, and now I guess I'm asking you guys to go and sign it. I'll put the link in below, like I say, and if you want to support in other ways, you can actually go and buy one of these Clic Sargent badges as well. They're from Morrison stores, and then you can also text Cancer Costs to 70500 and donate another £3 to the charity as well. But like I say, families should not have to face financial difficulty when they are already going through the most traumatic time in their lives. So if we can help in any way, then it's definitely worth taking a minute out of your day to do it. The campaign is going to the government on the 26th September, so please sign it as soon as you can, and they're doing really well so far with signatures, but every single one counts. So please go and do it now. Go and do it now. Go. Why are you still here? Go, 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 go.